So the conversation for today is going to be interracial relationships, and specifically mine and eggs, and ones that I've had before and ones that she's had before, if any. I that's something I don't really know about, but we'll let her tell her story. Um, but yeah, we're going to go on at 4:20 p.m. EST. Should be a fun conversation. I think Egg will I'm going to have a fun time. Egg will have a fun time. It'll be fun. But then let's see what's coming up next. Today is Saturday, so I'm frozen. There we go. I was frozen. Now I'm back on. For Saturday, for Monday, I think it's The Gathering, The Deep Exhale with Wendy the Druid, who presents it. Then Tuesday, I don't have anything Tuesday. Wednesday, Wednesday, yes, I do have something Wednesday. Wednesday will be fun too. Wednesday will be alive with the poet Miranda, where we'll talk all things poetry, all things music. Um, she will be reading some of her poetry, which will be very nice. I may, and that is a very like clipped may read one of mine. May. I might read something like roses are red, violets are blue. The sky is, I don't know, nitrogen, and so are you. Yeah, something like that. That was just made up off the fly. It doesn't even sound right, does it? But yeah, so Wednesday at 1:00 p.m. Eastern, 11 Mountain Time is going to be the show with Miranda, um, the poet Miranda. I don't know how long that one's going to last, maybe an hour or so. We're just going to do a little, it's going to be a little chat. We'll probably get together a little bit beforehand so we can like solidify what's going on. I know one of the things we're going to be doing is aside from the poetry thing, it's going to be a music thing. I'm going to see if we can talk about relationships and where we stand on those. I don't know like how much Miranda wants to talk about that, so I'll have to get clearance. Um, but that will be indeed, we'll have a lot of fun. So for that, I'd like y'all to come into the comments too. But for today, I want y'all to come into the comments. I want y'all to ask about like interracial relationships. If any of y'all have been in interracial relationships, if you are white people with black kids, or black people with white kids, or black people with Asian kids, Blasian kids, I shouldn't even say it like that, black Asian kids, mixed kids, not just interracial kids, any kind of mixed racial category, ethnicity, because race is just a construct. So ethnicity, yes, is that right? I am not sure. I'm gonna have to look up all these terms before I get online. But like really, we're just gonna talk about our relationship, I think, and I'll probably talk about some of my past relationships. After Wednesday, then comes Friday, and that is also Wendy the Druid presents The Gathering, The Deep Exhale. Usually on those podcasts is Wendy the Druid, the poet Miranda, Brandon Elrich is so gay, Sarah, and what is Sarah, the Shenanigator, and myself, Onyx Rose. So that is usually the panel. Sometimes somebody else joins us, and that's fun too. But so that's Friday of next week. Friday and Monday of next week is when we'll do the Deep Exhale with Wendy the Druid. Now, the following Monday, that is the 30th. That is the day before Trans Day of Visibility, which is on the 31st of March. that the Monday prior, the 30th, I will be live with Brandon Elrich, who is so gay. And Sturge writes it down. The Sturge writes it down. So it'll be a lot of fun. You know, we always have fun when we go live like that. It's usually around an hour, 45 minutes to 2 hours. I don't know what we're going to do this time. If we do a fuck, marry, swipe, I think we will. I would like to do one centered on trans men or non-binary people. Maybe trans women, but I don't know how two gay guys would like to rank like fuck, marry, swipe on women. You know, oh, one of the other things that I want to say right now is I've been saying that I'm pansexual, but I'm going to change that. I think I'm bisexual, and the reason why I'm saying this, and it just since pansexual and bisexual to me are just pretty much the same, I cannot distinguish a difference. I still haven't been able to have anybody tell me anything that's different about it, So what I'm going to do is claim bi, and I'll tell you why. The flag is prettier, and that's just the long and fucking short of it. The flag is prettier. Like the the pan flag. I'm sorry. Let me just show you. Okay. This cobweb. This. Let's see. Yeah, this. This is ugly as fuck. All right. I don't have a bi flag yet, but I will get one because this is ugly as fuck. Not going to use that. I will, however, have my fan with me. Woo-wee. Yes. So that's what's coming up in the next couple of weeks. I plan on trying to connect with some more people to do some more lives. I am not. I am a silly goose. A lot of these people who do lives are a lot more serious than me. I am not into. Okay, let me take that back because that would sound very privileged of me. I am into politics. I just don't want it shoved down my throat day in, day out, 24/7. I know what's going on. I'm not ignorant to that fact. And I stay abreast of what's going on. I do want to know, but I also don't want to be on a podcast talking or on a live talking about politics. We do that with Wendy the Druid, and that's fine. We will get into that. Now, if it's about trans politics or about queer politics, then I can do it, and that because I have an invested stake in that. And I should have an invested stake in all politics, which I do. But they're coming for me right now. Me, and all my brothers and sisters and peeps. You understand? So that is where my heart lies right now. Lies. My English teacher would kill me. But that's where my heart is right now. So if anybody wants to come on and talk queer issues, let me know. Send me a DM because I'd love to have a live with y'all. I know that Mind Haven is always good for that. Tig or Sushi, if y'all want to hook up, let me know. Also, I was going to tell y'all. Oh yeah. So. Xander Harris from Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and I cannot remember his real first name. Brandon. Oh goodness, Nicholas Brendan. Yeah, passed away at the age of 54. They're saying it is natural causes. Died in his sleep. He's had a long and troubled history. I'm not exactly sure that I believe that statement, but that's okay. and I hate to say things like, well, he's at peace now. But his life was long, not long, his short life was long and tragic, and uh, filled with tragedy and sorrow and pain, um, and domestic violence. So that's not to say he should be dead. I'm not saying that at all, because RIP, rest in peace. Um, that was my dad. I'm gonna have to call him back, but yeah, RIP for Nicholas Brendan, also known as Xander Harris, and Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the show that, and when I say this, I am not joking. It is not hyperbole. It is not any of that. That show in the 90s kept me alive. Um, I don't know how else I could explain it to you. I could like write a dissertation if you'd like me to. But the show basically kept me alive. I mean, it kept me from wanting to kill myself. I don't know. Should I say that stuff on this? Well, but yes, I got caught up in the show, and it helped. It saved me. It saved me. Waiting every week, participating on the Bronze website or chat, participating in all the other chats that were Buffy chats. Spending New Year's Eve in Buffy chats. Some of my biggest memories come from Buffy. I used to be able to repeat every line. I know. Okay, y'all. Well, I'm going to have to cut this short because my dad is calling again and it must be serious. So I'm going to sign off right now. Me and Eggy Salad will be on at 4:20 p.m. EST. I will look a little bit different. My hair is looking a little whack right now, but we'll see y'all then, okay? Until then, this is Onyx Rose signing off. A biento.